Hello friends, today I'm going to show you exactly how to make this VR headset that you've got with the Young Chronicle. So this is a typical Google Cardboard and you would have received this one big piece. Along with it the camera lens holders, not the camera lens, the VR lens holder, and this is a nose piece. So I'll tell you exactly how you're going to use it and then we'll talk a little about the science of it. Okay, so these are your lenses. There is some Velcro and there is Fevicol. Okay, so now step one is essentially you need to take this piece, right, and you need to turn it. While you turn it, you also just prepare your lenses such that you can easily pull it out before the glue dries up. So this is an important part, the most important part of the lens. So put a reasonable amount of glue and put glue and spread it around the lens holes as well, right? So make sure that it's stuck properly. Don't put any glue on this side. Here there should be no glue over here. I have sort of crossed it a little bit. Now this is the important part. You need to do this correctly. Try not to touch the lens, but just gauge which side is flatter than the other. Touch it from the corners if you need to. So this is the flatter side and this is the outside side. So make sure that the flat side touches the bottom. Okay, and then you place your lens properly this way. I hope you can see it clearly. Actually, do the checking from the plastic. This is a better way of doing it. I know that this side is the flatter side now. So that way your fingerprint doesn't, it doesn't mess the lens up. Doesn't make it dirty. So you do this with the second lens as well. This fixing is important. So try to center your lens. And then you put this part. There's a warning on this. Don't use this headset for more than 5 minutes due to eye strain. Typically also requires the lens to be fixed properly so that it causes less strain to your eyes. Now this is a slightly long step because you have to press it enough until the glue dries up. So the reason why we've used Fevicol and not a stronger glue is because it's children. We don't want to be, since I don't know how many of you will have parental supervision. So if you don't have parental supervision, Fevicol is the best. Otherwise maybe you can use a stronger glue. But I would suggest you still use Fevicol so that if you want to shift things here and there and if it's not fixed properly, you can still change a couple of things. Okay, so don't check for alignment over here. Ensure that your lenses are aligned. Right? Now this is sort of drying up. As I press this, I need to bend this up through the fold lines. Okay, you would see some crease marks over here. So just bend this up. This is going to be the outer part of your lens box. Okay, now comes the outer frame. So your outer frame is going to be fixed like this. So I'm not going to bend it right away. There are crease lines. You can fold them. Try and fold them straight. Ensure that you're folding them straight across the crease lines, along the crease lines. Right? There is a crease line here as well. So fold this. Fold this. Right? So it's going to come something like this. This is the top part. This is the bottom part. So let's Now while sticking over here, right, just be very, very careful that you align your lines, like, because the mathematics behind lens, right, the lens shouldn't get impacted. This line needs to be very well joined. Minor here and there is okay. Press this portion. Leave it to dry. Now check your lens part. Check. Press it again if it's sort of coming out. This is the part that I'm talking about, right? Idly wait for 4-5 minutes. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be doing this a little faster. Okay. Here. I'm putting glue on the outer parts of this. Right. It's okay if you get some glue on your hand as well. It's fine. It's only Fevicol, and that's the reason why we give Fevicol, so that you don't end up sticking your fingers, because you know, even the best of us are slightly clumsy. So now you need to sort of, this is a little difficult and tricky step. You need to fit this in. So hold it idly from here. Push it and try and make it into a straight line, and you fix it where the nose frame sort of meets here. This is the line that you need to sort of meet. Okay, sorry, this needs to go in. This is the way it is going to be, and just ensure that this lens is again straight. You'll require to press this a little bit. It needs to come here like this. I don't know if I'm centered, my video is centered or not, but it needs to come here. So you have time until the glue dries to set your thing, to set your inside cover, the lens part. And you hold it like this from behind. If you're seeing me, you press it like this from behind, and try and ensure that this is a straight line, so you might have to push it from the sides a bit. Okay. Here. So here you go. This way. It's a bit of a mess, but you know, the good thing about Fevicol is that it dries up really fast, and you can literally just wipe it with a slightly damp cloth. So the lens has a glossy finish, so that even if you wipe it, the VR headset we've given has a glossy finish, so even if you wipe it, it should not have a problem. It should be completely sparkling clean. Right, and it's almost done now. All with Fevicol. Now what you need to do is, you would have got these two pieces of Velcro, so you need to stick them here, and one piece here. So you open it. This is where your mobile is going to come. Right, I'm recording with my mobile, so right now. Okay, so what you do is, you ideally don't open it. You fix it up like this with Fevicol. If you want to later on, you can, once you fixed it, you can use staple pins as well. So don't open this. You use your Fevicol here, and then you use Fevicol over here, right? And now what you do is, You bend this portion up and you stick it, and you stick it and you press. This portion now needs to be well dried before you attempt to even open the velcro, otherwise the velcro will come off. Okay, so here you go, your headset is ready. Oh no, wait, I haven't added the nose piece yet. Look at me. Sometimes, you know, even we can be quite, so you need to make a small, you'll need a small scissor here. Just make a small incision, chota sa cut along the line, if you can see, only till the fold, because I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to do this and this. Open it up, fold it, pull it out on the side. Now this is important. Why? Because it's going to give you a good frame of where your nose is going to be. Your mobile phone needs to be aligned. So it's going to be here, right in the center of the thing. You can actually take a small pencil and make a mark on it. I have a silver pen over here, so I'm going to make a thin mark right in the center, right? Because when you start using the VR headset, one thing you will realize is that you need to align the phone. See, I pulled it off before the velcro dried, so this is where I need to place this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly press this back in. This can be opened later as well. Velcro ideally works very well with stapling. So if you can do that, then great. Your phone will be more secure. I'll show you how to work that around as well. But again, like I said, just to be safe, if you don't have a parent working with you on this, just ensure that you use Fevicol and you press. This is done now. So I am going to now put Fevicol on the edges. I'm putting Fevicol on the edges. Now I'm going to press. I'm pressing it, and now I'm going to insert it on that line that I made. So it's very well center aligned. Check if it is properly aligned to the center from here, because your clarity of the VR video is going to depend on this. Ensure that it is straight. Right? If by any chance you find a blurry image in your VR headset, this is one area that could have gone wrong. So you might want to correct it. You might want to correct the way your lens has been placed also. So the distance between the lens and the phone really matter, and the way it is aligned, right? It needs to be an exact proportion. This VR headset has been made after a lot of calibration. In fact, by calibrating I mean that, you know, we've worked on the accuracy levels of the distance between the lens and the phone a lot, to the last millimeter, leaving room for some scope of error while you guys are fixing this. Okay, so now once you've done this, this is it. Go ahead, press this now, and you are sort of sorted. Now wait for it to dry. Put something slightly heavy on it, like I'm going to put my mouse. My mouse is on. my wireless mouse on it just to give it some weight. Fix it, because as you add pressure on top, the thing below is going to move in and out. And there, you're sort of good to go once it is dried. Whoa! Okay. So make sure you fix the Velcro like I told you, otherwise, you know, you're going to have a mismatch. It's not going to attach properly. To be on the safe side, what I'm also doing is, because I want my phone also to be safe, that's also important. So I'm going to be stapling it, but don't staple on your own. Ask your mother or your father to do it for you, right? This is very, very important that your mother or your father do it for you and you don't do it by yourself. Any portion of this VR headset you want to staple, be very careful. I would not recommend you to staple anything else. This I'm recommending anyway, because I don't want your phone to fall, because ultimately your phone will be fixed in this part of the VR headset, right? So it's very important that your phone is intact and in place. You can keep, since you've used Fevicol, you can do a lot of calibrations. Keep checking, because it doesn't dry so fast. Now that you've also secured your this thing, sorry, there I made a bit of a mistake and I must tell you what I did so that you don't do it. This is the portion, this curve needs to be down. I'm just looking for my black line that I made here. So this is the way your VR headset is going to look from when you actually see it after creating it. This is it. Once you do this, once all of this dries, so you see this is now the nose part is right in the center. This is also sort of drying up, it's aligned almost. I need to just press it in a bit and hold it a little longer. The Velcro is now in place. Now I'm just going to show you the final bit in a couple of minutes.